Hey folks, welcome back to another daily unboxing. Today we're going to be taking a look at Speed Freaks from Warhammer 40,000 Universe Games Workshop. High-speed combat in the 41st millennium. If you look it over here, these are the stuff you're going to get, and you have to make sure you read. Set contains unpainted miniatures. Assembly required contents may vary from those shown. So this is what everything can look like if you paint everything. It's going to come with looks like one custom booster blaster and base, one orc shock jump dragster and base, 6 orc warbarkers and base, and 1 orc barricade scenery sprue. All right, so it's going to come with a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So let's go ahead and crack this puppy open and see what we can see. Let's see here. Gotta be a little careful. Just do a little bit there. See if that's going to be good enough. Nope. Let's try that again. Try that again. There we go. All right, now that we have it started, it should come off pretty easily. Alrighty. So that's the plastic off. Let's get that Sharpie sharp off the way. And open sesame. Wow, look, look at all that spruage. Looks like these are the war bikers, that kind of stuff. So pretty neat, pretty neat. A bunch of sprues, and it looks like it's going to come in 2 different colors as well. So that's good as well. So that if you don't want to paint, you don't actually have to. So good stuff, good stuff. All these huge tires and stuff like that. That's great. That's great. This looks like the scenery. Oh, dude, that actually looks really cool. Bunch of engines and tires and that kind of stuff in there. That looks neat. All right, and then another part of the scenery that's sticking up there. Pretty cool. All right, so that's the scenery. Here's another sprue. Wow, that's a huge model there. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, so we have all that, and then we have their poster, I guess you could say, that you can put up on your wall or anything like that. So you got that, and then, oh my goodness, look at the size of these bases. Oh my goodness gracious. These are huge. Alright, so we got a bunch of dice, looks like, rounded corners, I like that. And come on, come on. So these are nice. These are nice dice. I like them. I like how rounded corner dice roll. I like them a lot. All right, so that's cool. Got some cards here. We'll look at those in just a minute. More bases right here. And this looks like a shield. I know in on the back of the box there was a shield back there. So looks like, yep, look at that dude. He is, I feel the need for speed. So this is going to get folded in like so. So you've got a couple of different shields here. Alrighty, and then you have these 2 that I believe go inside the shields, and you're going to be allocating your dice to these different areas as well, so that's cool. Sample chapter. They're doing this a lot now. They're putting little sample chapters of their books in the boxes, so that's pretty neat. The Beast Arises, Volume 1. An extract from Book 1, I Am Slaughter. Alrighty, cool. So that's that. These look like unit cards, or unit placards, or something to that effect. The Megatrack Scrapjet, and there's a little picture of it right there. The Custom Booster Blaster. The Boondocka Snazwagon, yeah! The Shock Jump Dragster. The Death Killer War Trike. The Rocket Truck Squig Buggy. Warbiker, boring. Warbiker, boring. Warbikers. All right, cool. Some of the abilities here. You can give them big choppas. You can give them a power claw, turbo button. All right, cool. These are interesting. And we have, looks like, the assembly guide for all of your trucks and war bikes and all that kind of stuff. And this is what they're going to look like afterwards. Man, these just look really neat. These are great new models for the orcs, that's for sure. And we have the rule book here. Boomdaka Snazwagon. I love that name. That's cool. This guy's cool too. The Mega Track Scrapjet. That's cool as well. All right, so start your engines. What's in the box? It shows all of that. Game overview, general rules, data cards, the cunning phase. So that's where you're planning. Yeah. So in the cunning phase, you allocate your allowance of dice and decide which player will act first in each subsequent round. Speeding phase is where they allocate their speeding dice to their models. Shooting phase is where you shoot your guns and all that kind of stuff. Fighting phase is that round ends, a new one begins, the cunning phase again. All right, so looks pretty simple. Looks like some interesting movement mechanisms there. So you've got a little track that you're having to do. Shooting, fighting. So scenarios, looks like, all right, so 14 pages of rules, and then it looks like scenarios after that. So not bad at all. All right, cool. And then now we're gonna come over here and open up all this stuff. This is the board, and it might even be modular. We'll see. Let's see here. Is it? Well, let's see. It is double-sided at least. You can see that. So that's one side. It's interesting looking terrain. Then on the other side, it looks like a different kind of, I don't know. I don't even know what that would be called. Looks like they just kind of sprayed that fake green stuff, that stuff that you get sprayed on your lawns if you live in like Arizona or something like that. But there are 1, 2, looks like 3, 4 double-sided boards. That's pretty neat. It's pretty neat terrain. So that's interesting too. All right, good. And you have this stuff, and then you flip it over, and that as well. And then the final one here. Not bad. So, all right, so you got 4 double-sided boards. So I guess you could call that modular terrain. And you have some stuff down here. Looks like punch boards and whatnot for different maneuvering tiles. And looks like might be damage tokens or something to that effect on here. So, all right, that's cool. Let's take a look at these and we'll be done. So these look like cards that are going to be, yeah, custom job cards. So has stuff like extra grippy tires. Subtract 1 from the results of driving tests for this model. Smoke and exhaust. Your opponent must reroll 1 successful attack die. That's cool. When it's for enemy models that are in that model's rear arc. Electrorama. Oil dropper. Once per battle, after this model has moved, you can declare that this model will drop an oil slick behind it. If you do so until the end of the phase, add 3 to driving tests made for any models which finish their move within 6 inches of this model in the rear arc. That's funny. Deafening Deca. Add 1 to the result of driving tests for enemy models within 6 inches of this model. Glowing bullets, flashy spoiler, wah horn, the hopper rocket, whirly thing. Once per battle, you can reroll 1 attack die for a defense dice for this model. That's cool. Tough chassis, squig oil injector. These names are awesome. Crushing wheels. You can reroll 1 of the dice rolled for the other model or obstacle. Okay, these are just upgrades that you can put onto your different models and whatnot. And then, ooh, critical damage cards. That sounds interesting. So, boosters broken. This model suffers 1 damage. In addition, place this card next to this model's data card. Results of lightnings are treated as lights. Results of whatever that is. When rolling speeding dice for this model until the end of the battle. So these are all critical damage cards. Oh, okay. So there's damage cards and then there's critical damage cards. All right. So there's going to be a difference between regular damage and regular damage, or boosted damage. This looks just like. This all says model just suffers 1 damage. Okay, well that's kind of boring. These are all just say crunch, and they're all just regular damage cards. Okay, so the critical damage cards, do they look different? No, they don't. Okay, so maybe, and again, I don't know, but maybe it looks like these are all going to be 1 deck. You're going to shuffle these together, and you're going to take critical damage possibly instead of just regular damage. So these all say, I believe, they suffer 1 damage. Well, this one doesn't. But most of these then, I guess. No? Yeah. Most of these say you take 1 damage and then extra stuff happens. And then sometimes it'll be place this card next to the model's data card until the end of the battle. If you select more than 1 gubbins when this model is picked to move, your opponent can place the second and any subsequent gubbins when creating the model's trail. Okay, so that's some have permanent effects, some have take 1 damage and then this happens and so forth. So that's interesting, kind of. We'll have to see how it works out in the game. So that is everything that comes in a package of Speed Freaks from Games Workshop. All right, well, see you guys on the flip side. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching. Tune in every day for the Dice Tower's daily game unboxing.